Hello world, and welcome to episode 7 of CircuitTV. This week we're going to be taking a look at the incredible Robox 3D printer. We're going to be talking a little bit about 3D printing, as well as go over some things on that subject. Yeah. So, joined here today with Roy. Roy is our resident 3D printing expert, or soon-to-be expert.
Wannabe expert.
Yeah. Roy has done a few different 3D prints, done a little bit of experimenting with some of the design software, and has been our in-house Robox guy. If you ever have any questions, he's a great guy to talk to, get ideas and feedback on some projects. So, how you doing today, Roy?
I'm doing great. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. I may not be able to answer them, but I can sure get you the answer. The Robox has really been a cool printer. We started out a year or so ago with a do-it-yourself 3D printer that it took a while to put together. It was in kit form. It took hours to put it together. It was so cool to be able to take the Robox out of the box, plug it into a computer, load the Automaker software, and I think within about 20 minutes of taking it out of the box, I was actually printing the first print, and that was really cool. I don't think there's too awful many 3D printers out there that will print that fast out of the box. I'm sure there are, there's a lot of them out there, but Robox really has some top-notch tech support. The tech guy, we're actually very lucky. We have the tech support repair guy right here in town with us, so we get a little bit faster service than some people might. But Ben Hudson is a great guy. You'll hear a little bit more about him or from him in the next few minutes. Robox just introduced this month the new dual filament head, and that's a game changer. It's really cool. Again, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. It really allows two different colors of filament to be used, even two different types of filaments to be used. You could do a single color and then a support for some really intricate designs. Like we have here, we have a couple of prints that were done in the woody beech. It's actually got some wood in the filament. It really is a cool filament. And then we've got
texture on it.
And we've got the Thermochrome, and we'll demonstrate that here in a few minutes too.
This Thermochrome's going to blow your mind.
Changes colors. It's really cool. So I'm going to turn it back to Cody, and Cody's got some more goodies for you.
Well, this week we were lucky enough to team up with Ben Hudson, the local Robox representative and technical support, and he actually came in to Circuit Specialist HQ here in Tempe, and he installed our dual filament head. And I've got a photo here I'll show you guys. So that's Ben getting into the 3D printer. The process is definitely complex, and if you're thinking about doing that dual material head, definitely give Robox a call and see if it's something that you'd rather have them do or if it's up your alley as a technician. So, and you can actually see right back here on our display, this is that bearing that Roy had earlier. That is getting printed right now. We recorded the whole process. As you can see, we've got the woody beech color as well as the Thermochrome, which as it lays down, is laying down pink. But then if you look at the after result, you kind of see there, it's actually bluish purple. So we're going to demonstrate that here in a little bit. So one thing that I wanted to take you guys through, we actually had the opportunity to interview Ben Hudson after he installed our head, and we would like to show you that interview. So I'm going to flash back to Tuesday afternoon, a little previous version of ourselves here, and yeah.
The Wayback Machine.
Yeah. Time machine coming at you. Hello, Future Cody. Today is Tuesday, September 20th, and I'm joined here by Ben Hudson from CEL, the manufacturer that creates the Robox. Ben has just helped us install the dual material head and extruder, and we're here to talk a little bit more about that. So welcome, Ben.
Thank you.
So first off, could you tell us just a little bit about the background and history of the Robox? How did you guys get started, and what makes this thing so great?
Sure. So the Robox is manufactured by CEL, a company out of the UK. They started out doing design and manufacture for consumer tools, power tools, drills and such like that. And during their development of their products, they found the need for a 3D printer to make some prototypes. After building one from a kit, they decided, well, hey, we can do this better. So in 2013, they released a Kickstarter for the Robox. It was quite successful, and they used what they learned from the Kickstarter to continually develop the product to where we are today.
Cool. And how did you get involved, Ben?
I was one of the original beta testers. I got in very early in the process. I supported it through the Kickstarter and have 2 of the beta units.
The original Robox.
The original Robox.
Nice.
They've both been upgraded to current standards, and they are workhorses.
So,
I use them every day, and because I run a printing service from 3D Hubs, and they are most of the time just churning away, printing out all kinds of different stuff.
Just constantly printing stuff for people on 3D Hubs.
Pretty much.
Nice, nice. And so, just curious, what are some of the differences between the original model and today's?
The original model is not all that much different. A lot of the upgrades, a lot of the design is intended to make it more and more robust and more reliable. We've changed the electronics to provide more safety. We've changed the hardware to be more reliable. The most recent upgrades are to the print heads, and a lot of that you can't see because it's all inside to make it more reliable, better printing, and to give it more capability.
Very cool. So overall, what would you say really makes the Robox or buying a Robox special?
The Robox has got several features that make it unique in 3D printing. One of them is everything is smart. The head has a smart chip on it, the reels have a smart chip in them, and this all works together so that the users don't have to worry about trying to get started with a material they're not familiar with. If you put a smart reel in a Robox, you turn the printer on, you connect it to our Automaker software, run a purge and a calibration, and you're ready to print. That's it. When you get into the more advanced areas and you start creating your own profiles, working on new materials, things like that, the software allows you to create those materials and to share those profiles with other users. So in a school or a business environment, you could have a shared drive, and all of your Robox profiles are on that shared drive. Any user using a Robox in the Automaker software can grab those profiles, utilize those same profiles that are developed once, cutting down on time, cutting down on the effort required to use it.
Awesome.
Some of the other things are safety. The lid latches closed and cannot be opened when it's latched until the Robox cools to a safe temperature.
Cool.
For schools, for maker spaces where it's not under constant supervision, that keeps people from being injured. It's extremely easy to get it set up because the filament is auto-fed and does not have to be loaded hot, which is a major difference and departure from many 3D printers out there. Most 3D printers using a traditional hot end have to be loaded hot, or they're not able to get the filament into the hot end properly and get it purged out.
That makes sense. And earlier you were telling me a little bit about how Robox has a really advanced warranty.
It's not the best in the industry, but it is one of the best. In the European Union, it's a 2-year warranty. In the US, it is a 1-year warranty. If you are within 30 days of purchase and you have a problem, there is no cost for repair at all. If you are in 1 year, in the 1 year warranty, we do ask that you ship it back at your expense, but that's the only thing you'll pay, except for certain wear items. The print head and the extruder are both considered consumable items, but if you're utilizing a smart reel material and you're utilizing the profiles that CEL has developed, both of those products, those parts, are covered under your warranty for the full year, unless the damage is caused by user error.
Makes sense. Seems like a really fair and really comprehensive warranty.
Thank you.
And so now the reason we're here today is to talk about this revolutionary new dual material kit, right?
Right.
So why don't you start us off, give us a quick little introduction into what that is and what it does.
Okay. The base Robox start is shipped with a dual nozzle single material print head. This allows two nozzles to be used with a single feed and gives us the ability to print both fine and coarse nozzle prints without changing the head. For the dual material head, we're utilizing the same general design for the head, but we've utilized both filament inputs to allow us to feed two different materials or two different colors of the same material into one print head. The nozzles are independently heated, so you can utilize a material such as PLA with a unique support material, or you can use PLA or high impact polystyrene with a hotter material such as ABS or PETG. In addition, we've upgraded the head technology to allow hotter materials. We can get up to 280 degrees C for the material print temperature. That's up from 260 on the single material head.
That's a pretty big difference.
It is a pretty big difference. The new S2 head is our new single material head. That one will also do 280 C.
So they still have an option for the single material dual nozzle, but an upgraded version.
Correct. Yes, that's the new S2 head. The heads are completely interchangeable. One of the nice things about having the smart head is that you can swap between the dual material and single material heads or different generations of the single material head without any kind of reprogramming. You just plug it in.
That's awesome. So we got to see this firsthand. You see Ben take this thing apart and switch out these heads, and man, I'll tell you, I couldn't handle that. But what is the process overall of this install like, and is it something that people can handle themselves?
The answer to that is going to depend on your user. For any user that is able to do general maintenance on their Robox and follow directions, they should be able to do it. We do provide a video that's available on YouTube that walks you through how to do it, how to do the install. US technical support is always available for you to ask questions. If there is any concern about it, or if you're not comfortable with it, just open a ticket with our support center and we'll get you set up so that you can get it installed professionally. There will be an installation fee. You'll contact your reseller to work that out, but once you do that, you just ship it in and it comes back with the nozzles and everything else installed for you, and it comes back fully tested. If you have a earlier model Robox, it will also come back. You have the option for it to be fully upgraded to current factory specifications.
That's cool. So they can actually take their Robox, if it's the older model, get all the new parts while they get their dual material head. So kind of just get it all up to date, modernized in one trip. So that's pretty cool. And you've received a lot of those, don't you?
I do, yes. I handle all of the U.S. technical support and repairs for the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
Very cool. So now we've got this thing running right now, and it looks like it's actually doing the second material. Maybe we could get a close-up on this this print. This is the calibration, correct?
Yeah, this is a dual material nozzle offset calibration.
So right now,
dual material head, this is the most important calibration.
So this, okay, cool. So right now we've got the red and the woody color. This is woody beach, and this thing, if you guys can see the texture on this thing is like nothing else I've ever seen before in 3D printers. But yeah, it's going through the calibration right now. This is our first real print here with the dual material head. We did the little line thing. You can see a photo of that on the blog we're gonna upload. And but yeah, this thing, it looks really cool. It's printing 2 colors at the same time, or one then the other, but back and forth. And I mean, it's looking good. How long do you think this print will take to be complete?
We're about 2 layers away, so about 4 more minutes, 5 more minutes.
Cool. All right, well, so the last question that I've got for you here, Ben, is what do you predict, what do you foresee in the future for CEL and the Robox?
The CEL is just about to release the 2nd generation of the Robox printer. It'll be the RBX02, and that comes with the dual material head pre-installed. We're also looking into some other things, but one of the biggest things we want to do is expand the heads that are available. Drag knife cutter is in the works, a pen plotter is in the works. There are some other rumors about other heads, including a light-duty milling head, a laser cutter, that sort of thing. And that's, again, enabled by the smart head. So we can plug in a new head, and the software automatically knows what it is. So it changes the interface, changes the software to enable the use of that new head.
Kind of turning it into like more versatile, like a CNC
Correct.
Almost?
Right. So the Robox tagline is it's a micro manufacturing platform. So we're really looking at expanding it not only just from the 3D printing but into some subtractive manufacturing as well.
Cool. Very cool. So it looks like we might have just finished here.
Yep.
Do you want to pull that off and show the camera, or is it too hot right now?
It's going to be a little too hot.
Okay.
The bed right now is running about 60 degrees C.
Okay.
And the head is at about 200 degrees C.
That's pretty hot.
So you don't want to touch it till it cools down.
Okay.
Once it cools down, then we will check out the pattern, enter that data into Automaker, and Automaker will store that calibration data on the print head.
Huh.
So if you change out between single material print head and dual material print head, there's no need to recalibrate. As long as they are calibrated, that data stays on the print head, and you don't have any issues with needing to recalibrate.
Very nice. Well, hey, Ben, we just want to say thank you for coming in today, for upgrading our printer, and for being featured on CircuitTV. So, back to you, future Cody.
And we're back live. Sorry for the little glitch there. Hey, we're going to demonstrate real quick. We printed a couple of items with the dual material head. This particular print, this is a file that we pulled off of Thingiverse. It is a little cactus model planter. It was printed in the woody beech that we mentioned earlier and the thermochrome. As you can see here, it's purple and brown, and I've got a tank of hot water and a tank of cold water, and I'm going to show you how quickly that it changes from this purple, as you can see here, to a pink. And I'm going to dunk it in the hot water here in just a very, very few seconds. As you can see, it changes, man. It changes quick, and it's really cool stuff. You know, it's almost like the old style mood rings. And then I'm going to take it over here and I'm going to dunk it in the cold. And as you can see, it's back to the purple. And just that fast. That's some really awesome stuff. And it's really not any more expensive filament than the regular filament. And it really gives you a cool effect. We're going to try putting a light in this thing and see just how fast the heat of a light bulb will change it. I can think of all kinds of really cool things for Halloween and things like that you can do with it. We also printed a little bearing, and I'll do the same thing. You can see the bearing kind of in the background. It's it's not going to be as dramatic, since the thermochrome. Again, you can see, if I can get it centered here, you can see it changed to the pink, and then back here in the cold water again, and just that fast. You could see how quick it was in the cold water, and it changes to a pretty dark purple. Pretty cool stuff. And Cody's going to put up a quick still image of one of the prints while we transition back to our first dual material print. I think that was the calibration print. And we're going to switch back to our normal seats so you can see us a little better. Back in a sec. Okay,
And we're
back. The joys of live television.
Yeah,
Or live Facebook broadcast.
Little short-staffed here at the Circuit TV studio, so we're kind of, me and Roy are tag teaming this whole thing together.
But we're having fun. That's the main thing.
That's all that matters. We hope you guys are having fun, too. Thank you, everybody, for watching. So Thermochrome, pretty cool stuff. We were just kind of brainstorming a couple of ideas for, different applications. Like Roy mentioned, Halloween decorations. We got Halloween coming up. We could definitely run some cool stuff, make things change colors with the temperature. We were kind of joking around about maybe like a bowl or a coffee mug for your soup or your coffee. Though, being a 3D printed, it is a little bit porous. So if you decided that you wanted a thermochrome coffee mug that you could, that would change colors when the heat hits it, might be good to give it an epoxy resin, kind of seal all these little pores and little spaces.
Actually, I think if you printed this with 100% infill, this is 20% infill. So yeah, it's a little bit porous, but 100% infill probably be fine. I think Robox even has a coffee mug on their print files. So 100% infill, I don't think it'd leak any. And I've had this thing full of water sitting on the desk for a few minutes, and even at 20%, it's not bad. But 100% would definitely be a better way to go. And again, like we said earlier, if you have any Robox questions, send them our way. We'll do our best to answer them for you. We should be able to get just about any question answered for you because we've got real close access to Ben. I haven't been able to stump him yet. He's a sharp cookie, and he's a good guy too, so that helps.
Yeah, it's definitely cool having him in the studio here to do that interview and swap out our dual material head. So you can see the bearing. This is when it was printing. It's just about done now. Overall, how long would you say that print took?
That particular print was I think it was about 25 minutes for that particular one. I shrunk it down just a little bit in the interest of time. Size-wise, that's printed at I think 80% of their file dimensions. I just wanted to get it down to where it wasn't quite as long a print. I'm going to post this video, and I think I'm going to do a time lapse of it, so it'll be just like a minute long for the whole print. And then this guy, this is a little bit more complex a print. It took just about 2.5 hours to print this one. And I'll put this full 8 gig file for the print. I'll put it up on YouTube, and I'll do a time lapse of it as well. This one's really fun to watch because it really had the head flying around pretty good for this one.
It's cool how you can see the head actually switches. The dual material head has the Robox's special needle valve technology, and what that does, you can actually see one of these has each material, and you can see how it just transitioned to the other material, and the head actually moves. It's pretty cool stuff. Fun to watch.
Yeah, the only main difference between these two heads, I think this is a .03 with 0.04 out of both nozzles, where the single head has 2 nozzles, and it'll do, I think, 0.4 and 0.2. So it'll do a little bit finer, and that's mainly useful on the edges and stuff like that. As you can see, this is a little bit rougher edge, but this is also in draft mode as well. If you kick this sucker up into fine mode, it takes a lot longer to print, but it's a lot more precise. I think I don't know if you can read it, it says Robox on the little design, and I would assume the fine print's going to be a lot easier to read it. But for demonstration purposes, the draft mode really makes it a lot faster to print, and actually, I think especially with the Woody Beach, I think it gives it a more wood grain effect. So I really like the draft mode in this. Also, I like it printing a lot faster too.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
efficiency is important.
But I think that's all we have today. Is that not right?
Well, we definitely want to mention we've got some new content coming your way. A lot of what we discussed today is going to be covered in a blog where we're going to have a lot more high-resolution photos of Ben installing the dual material head. We've got, like Roy said, we've got a couple videos coming your way that will be of these prints in action, and those are always
So
fun to
obviously,
watch.
keep an eye on the blog, keep an eye on our
YouTube,
Facebook page,
Facebook.
YouTube page, Twitter,
Twitter, we love Twitter, so definitely send us a line on Twitter.
and always comments are always welcome. We love your comments. Keep them coming.
Can you guys make it change colors again? That part was clipped.
Okay. They want to see it change colors again real quick. So here comes. There's the pink. You can see it more on the bottom. I don't know how well it's going to show up there, and then we're going to go back to the cold water. Really changes it fast. Obviously, the hotter the water is, the faster it's going to change. And I'll go back in, and you can just keep going back and forth.
Half and half.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, and you can see it's pink now, and I'm going to drop just the bottom half of it. And that fast, it changed back to.
Got half pink, half purple.
And if you look real close, you can see the top part of that one band is pink, and then the bottom part here is purple. So it's really cool stuff. I love it. And even the bottom is still pink. That quick? Amazing stuff.
So one last chance here. Anybody else, if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I'm going to take a quick peek here. I see we got a couple people watching live, so just want to see if we got any comments, any questions. Maybe not, just the one. All right. We have received a little bit of word that there may have been some slight technical difficulties, so if there are problems with this video, we definitely apologize. We're going to have a chopped and edited version on YouTube, hopefully by the end of the day today. And other than that, yeah, keep updated with us. We got lots of great stuff coming your way. Keep updated on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's the place to get all the special deals, as well as... I think that's about it.
And remember, we carry the Robox.
Yes.
Order it.
You can
We'd
get
love
it.
to sell you one. We carry the filament. We do have the Woody Beach in stock. We do have the Thermochrome in stock. We've got the dual heads in stock now, or dual material heads. I think we're one of the first places in the U.S. to have those. If you've got a Robox printer already, give us a call. We'd love to get you set up with the dual material head. You'll love it.
And Ben is local. If you guys are in Arizona, then you've got access to Ben, and he's right around the corner. He does all the repairs, technical service, the support, and he's very good at what he does. So shout out to Ben Hudson from Robox. Shout out to all the Robox family. We are Circuit Specialists, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you very much.